Have you ever been under somebody's care, whether it's being served from a restaurant or whether they're your real estate agent or a financial consultant, and you can tell that they're missing something, that they're doing something wrong, and you're wondering in your head, would this person take my advice if I gave it to them? Do they know that they're missing something here, or do they know that the way that they're being conveyed is not in their best interest? Well, today I want to cover 5 things, 5 ways, hands-on practical principles that you could change your business today to make it more profitable in the long run and to become a better person, just whether in business or in your personal life. And they're super simple, but very, very transformative. The number one thing is don't be a jerk. Whether it's in real estate or whether it's in some other business industry as customer service or products, you'd be amazed how many times somebody is a jerk in their industry. Maybe they're having a bad day or whatever it might be, and how much that affects the bottom line, their bottom dollar on how much business they get and how people perceive them. It's a very short-sighted thing, to put it plainly, to be a jerk, because bad news spreads a lot quicker than good news. So don't be a jerk. It's in your best interest. What goes hand in hand with that is good manners. Your mom's been telling you this for 20 years. Have good manners. It wasn't just to make her look good. It was to make you look good too. The next principle is to take victories and failures with grace. Blair Walsh recently, in a very important game between the Seahawks and the Vikings, missed just a crucial kick. He had already made 3 of them, but the 4th one is the one that counted for them, and unfortunately they didn't make it. Well, fortunately for us Seahawks fans. But watching his post-game interview was just so humbling to see somebody who could take a failure, take full responsibility for that failure, whether or not it was even completely his fault, and just say, you know what, there's no good reason for that, there's no excuse for that. I need to work harder, try harder, and practice harder, remove that from my record, and keep on moving forward. And that just spoke so much to me as an entrepreneur or a business person, or just somebody trying to be a better person, is to take full responsibility, to take those losses, those failures with grace, and when you're winning, take those victories with grace as well. Give yourself a slight pat on the back and keep moving forward. Number 3 is to have some flexibility in your model. Jim Collins says to make sure that your mission, your vision, your values are very consistent, straightforward, but to make sure that the way that you implement those things can be a little bit flexible. Number 4 is to be open-minded. Make sure that you're able to be a good listener in whatever industry that you are in. Chances are you and I don't know everything that there is to know about our industry, whether somebody else is a millennial or they're even younger, a teenager, or they're older. Chances are that they're going to have some principles to share with your business that's going to completely transform it. And being willing to listen, being willing to shut up once in a while and just take to heart some criticism or some feedback can just be a huge difference in your business model. Finally, number 5 is to be accountable. Whatever industry you're in, and whether it's your physical life or your spiritual life or your mental life or your financial life, be willing to have somebody hold you accountable who legitimately cares, who's going to motivate you and inspire you and ask you the hard questions when it counts. Chances are there's an area of your life right now that you know that you need a little more improvement in, and having somebody to ask you the hard questions is just an imperative difference. I gotta be honest, number 5 is the hardest for me, being willing to be accountable to somebody. I'm a very driven person, and 90% of the time I'm thinking, I don't need somebody else, I've got this on my own. But the reality is I need other people in my life for my physical life, my spiritual life, my financial life, my business, to say, hey, this is where you're going wrong, this is where you need improvement, and I know that it's for your better interest. I hope those things help you this week, become a better business person, a better person in general, and until next week, thank you for your time.
There are many ways to change your life.